As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on last year's national champions, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So North Texas offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Let's talk a minute about North Texas. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always
turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He's got it on the move. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's loose at the 15. Flying down the left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The mean green after that last run. Why not go back to the well? Might as well give it to him again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. North Texas will have to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Deep in his own territory as he reels in that punt. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and then speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back and how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You pack it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hester. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. From the gun, give on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here and this drive takes on a different complexion. Going for the big play. He's got it for a big play. Turning on the Jets. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. North Texas now has a ton of work to do here on second down. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. On the move from inside his 5. So Miami's offense will get the football first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game,
makes the grab down the left side, all by himself down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mean Green offense takes over, and they'll go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The Mean Green with a ton of green to cover here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. North Texas will have to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
He'll pull it down. Got out of trouble and throws. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship, and
there he goes! And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Canes are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Landry. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Man, goodness gracious, this dude is on fire. I mean, he's already got 100 yards. We're in the first quarter. Like, I might want to think about double-teaming that guy. If he goes to the water bottle, I'm going to double-team. Whatever he does, I'm on it.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He caught it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Hurricane!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Chop. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. North Texas will have to punt it away.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that D-end getting that sack.
And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Opening play of the drive from the 39. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fakes the grab. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Works the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work.
Here we go.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Landry. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He's got it and still on his feet. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Miami! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man on the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
To the air on first down. That's reeled in, it's Gage. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gage. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
With the catch, it's Gage. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about North Texas. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this one.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops the throw. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up fourth. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Hurricanes want to move quickly.
This is what's so hard as a defense, trying to stop this dual-threat quarterback. Because on the previous play, he hurt you with his arm. And then on this one, he hurts you with his feet. They're going to have to do a better job of getting pressure on him, making him get rid of the football or go down with it. Because his speed and his arm talent right now is a problem.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. It's on target and complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Touchdown, Canes! Fitted in the window for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown in the game.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll try the running game off the right tackle. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. North Texas will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger
defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. North Texas lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted. And it's incomplete on third down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up in great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
It's complete to the right. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Plucks it out of the air. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the yards just continue to stack up for this dude. We've already talked about it. He made over 300, over 400. Now he's over 450 on the game. He has been on fire.
The Canes will try to punch it in on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Touchdown, Miami! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Caught in the backfield, it's Gage. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. North Texas will have to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football on that play.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about.
Wide open on the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Got him downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. North Texas will have to punt it away. they'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And they'll mark this one at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working that left side now. There he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Unloads it left. He's got him wide open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Oh, they're after him. He's got him. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to keep it in the air. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. North Texas will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And it'll be down right there.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Out of the backfield, he's open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Looking to throw, it's Suarez. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. But this offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They punted away on 4th down. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great without...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the tight end. Got room at the 35. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Hauls it in. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Making side adjustments here. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air, it's Suarez. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part and the meat of this schedule now is coming up. If you play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potential.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to Week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up. But you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.